Welcome to the Sean Rowe Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Let's talk about it.
What's up, world? Welcome to the Sean Rowe Podcast, brought to you by the Media Network. I want to say hello to the world, hello to the viewers, hello to the listeners. Right now, we got my peoples here. Jay runs, Jacoby. He is a marathon runner, you know what I'm saying, and a real good friend of mine, and somebody that's here to talk about his road to riches, his journeys. And when I say riches, we ain't talking about just money. We're talking about lifestyle. We're talking about fulfillment.
Absolutely.
So, Jay, tell the world, tell the viewers, everybody about yourself, man.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. My name's Jacoby Perkins.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get Jacoby wrong. I don't know why, so I just tell them my name is Jay, so that's my nickname. Born in Colorado, raised in Houston my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Been here, H-Town. Been here ever since. And so, I'm a father. I'm a veteran. I served in the United States.
Thank you.
United States Army.
I'm big on that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I am a marathon runner, ultra marathon runner, and just do all the things fitness.
Oh,
so,
we're going to have conversations, Jay.
Let's
You
get to
already
it,
know.
man.
We're going to have some conversations, man. So it's like, I always like to ask people, especially people like you that's seasoned in the running game, what got you into the running?
Oh, man. So in my early days, I was a personal trainer. So, I would go to the gym, I would work out, and I'm thinking, hey, I can work out for 2 to 3 hours a day. I can eat whatever I want. We know that's wrong. We know that's wrong, right? So I ended up getting really, really heavy. I got up to like 290 pounds.
Yeah.
Went to the doctor.
And you're
doctor
tall, so you was carrying that weight, too.
I was carrying it,
Yep.
So went to the doctor, and doctor was like, you know what? If you keep this up, you ain't going to live to see 45.
Boom.
Scared the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah.
I got a son, I got a family, so I'm like, I got to get it together.
I can relate, man.
And being prior military, we run. We running 5 miles every day. It's part of the game.
Mandatory, yep.
So, 2017, I just started running again because I knew from my military experience that, if I could start running, being disciplined, watching what I eat, that I could lose this weight and get healthier again.
Hold that thought. You heard what he said. I just started running. Go for it. Keep
Started
going,
running.
Yeah.
So in 2017, it was just that scare factor, and a friend of mine that I was working with at the time for the city was like, hey, why don't you just start with a 5K? And I was like, let's do it. So that 5K started to a 10K, 10K went to a half, half went to a full marathon, and then it was just like all she wrote. And now it's just a lifestyle. Got addicted. I got bit by the bug.
You got bit by the bug.
Yep, and it was just from there
it's like
on
an
out.
obsession almost now.
Absolutely.
So,
I don't feel right if I don't run at least, once or twice a week. If I don't run for a whole week, I'm just...
You almost feel like you're missing something.
Absolutely.
So to speak, right?
It's like taking off your watch and leaving the house or your wallet or your phone, right?
Copy.
It's like, all right, I'm missing something here.
So
I got to do it.
When did you start your first marathon?
So it was 2018. I did my first marathon. It was Houston Chevron. I did my first marathon.
I still haven't done that yet.
I did the
Marine Corps marathon.
Let's go.
Wounded Warriors, probably. I still haven't done that yet. I got to jump on that. Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, the way the running community is right now, you got to sign up quick.
How was it?
Living in Houston, all of my friends are here. All of my family is here. So
you had a crew that went out there with you. Y'all all went together.
It was exciting. It was my first marathon. And it was something that I was looking forward to because I trained for it, and this was my first time.
You prepped.
Yeah. So it was exciting. But, I think it was just, the camaraderie, the running community was there and it's home, right? So it's just like, I got to run the Houston Chevron.
So let me ask you this, right? Training program. So a lot of people that run, people get this conception that, I could go out there and eat 3 Twinkies and some Krispy Kreme, maybe slide a Taco Bell real quick, and then, but drink a smoothie or a protein shake.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm running, I'm going to shred weight. But tell them that's a myth and kind of give them an idea of what your training program is, like a little snippet so they could get a clear understanding of how diet's important.
Yeah, so I'm vegetarian. And
you went vegan, huh?
I was vegan for a long time.
Man, I did that rabbit food for a year, dog. That was hard.
It's so hard because almost everything has some type of dairy in it, some type of animal product in it. So my first marathon, I was actually vegan at that time.
Woo!
So it was very difficult. So my meal prep,
rough.
Yeah, it
No
was
protein, only carbs, body weak.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I get it, man. And
it was hard.
And being a vegan, just to let you know, being a vegan and running long periods of time is one of the most difficult tasks.
It's hard.
And because your body's not getting the normal nutrition, so it has to use other energy sources, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But your training program, like say when you go into the gym, what is it? Like, you know, you hit the treadmill, you do a little circuit training with the weights, or you just do all outdoor work?
Yeah, so it varies. I've done training programs from like getting on Runner and Nike apps and looking at Strava apps and stuff like that. You know, all the major running apps out there.
I like the Nike app. I ain't gonna front.
Nike,
I rock with that
Nike app.
I
Is
did
the
my
truth.
70 mile and my 100 mile on a Nike
Yeah,
app.
Nike
and she
is the
talks
truth.
to you too. You did 89 miles. So thank you, baby. I appreciate you, man.
And I know Nike's in hot water right now, but
I like the
Nike.
apps. I mean, I don't care about any of that. I like the merch. I like the clothes. I love the kicks, the Alpha
for
Fly
sure.
3. Shout out to Nike.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nike. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But no, you know, it was so it just depends, right? If I'm training for a half, I'm doing some cross training in there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing a full marathon, then it's mostly running. I'll probably work out 2 or 3 times a week. And there is a huge myth about, you know, if you want to get fast, you just got to keep running and running and running. That, in my opinion, is the wrong approach because you have to get stronger. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is by cross training. So you see a lot of runners.
Incorporate the weightlifting with it. You're hearing it. You're hearing this.
You see a lot of runners.
Pro marathoner. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see a lot of runners that will just run, right? And that they get runner's knee or they get injured. And it varies, right? Everybody's different, right? So, like, for us, we're bigger guys.
Right.
You know, 6'3", 6'4",
trying to tell
220
you,
pounds.
it's
different for
man.
us
Yes.
than somebody that is
Yes.
5'1",
Yes.
a 90-pound
Yeah,
soaking
we
wet.
carrying a lot more weight, a lot more pressure on our joints.
Absolutely.
The shoe game got to be on point for those long runs. Have no idea.
Yeah.
How many miles a week do you think you clock out, you know, before a marathon? Not just on like daily, regular. Like say you prepping for a marathon run. Like how many miles a week you clicking out?
At the very beginning, like base building, probably like 20. But then for that entire week, like getting into the program, like, because what I do is I'll do like between 14 and 16 weeks. For me, that's what works for me. And so at the very beginning, just base building 20 miles a week, maybe still doing a lot of cross
20
training.
Still a good, because you're doing a lot of cross training with it too.
Absolutely.
So, you still
So I'm
keeping
building
them
that
out.
base.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
then
that's I guess the not a dilemma, but the argument for argument's sake, right, is like a lot of people think you shouldn't lift weights when you run. You know, like when I've done my ultras, I never forget, man. Some people like, hey, you know, you're probably a little too big to be running ultras. And in my head, I'm like, what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, ultras, you gotta be a certain way. I'm like, nah,
No, you don't.
I'm gonna go against the grain. You know, I'm still lifting strong. I'm still running long. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. Excuse me. I love it because guys like you that are tall and that are solid, but still got go.
Yeah.
It's just going against the grain and it's showing people that, yo, running is not a type.
Absolutely.
Because it's 90% mental,
Absolutely.
10% physical. And to me, the key to running is 90% mental, 10% physical. Do you agree or not?
I agree. I mean, and the thing is everybody can be a runner, regardless of how they look, their body
age
size,
doesn't
their
matter.
age. Dude, I know.
I've seen 80-year-olds running marathons.
Listen,
dude.
I know 80-year-olds pushing a double stroller,
Facts.
passing me up like I'm just standing still, and I'm looking down at my watch like I'm running an 8 right now, and they just flying by.
I've done some park runs, and I know they're probably about running 70 years old.
Absolutely.
But they still hitting it and fit. So it's not an age thing. It's not a size thing. I think it's a mental thing. Now, let me ask you this. Do you like indoor running better for training or outdoor running?
I'm going to stop you right there. Absolutely not, man. I hate the treadmill. I hate running inside. Anything outside.
Jay, you my dog. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one.
So if I set my mind to like, okay, I need to do a heart rate run, right? And you need to set that pace, like calculating your heart rate, your zone 2. That's mainly the only time I'll get on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Is because I can set the treadmill to that pace and just stay at that. And it takes discipline to stay at that. And it's that zone 2. If you can master your zone 2, you can go really, really far.
That over
running.
the head. Like you just skip the conversation just by saying that because you know I like outdoor running, but it's a system I got. I only do the outdoor running closer to the date.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So say if I'm a month out before my run, that month, like say this run's coming up in September for me, this long 100-mile runs for the Wounded Warriors Project, 200 miles. Please hit the link on Sean Rowe _SR and all that good stuff. Anyways, but what I'm saying is in August, right, I do all outdoor runs. And when I do the outdoor runs, it preps me before the real run because of the outdoor element.
Absolutely.
But before that, I'm doing nothing but indoors. I don't know.
Outside,
maybe it's a habit because that's how I started, Jay. But I'd be like, yo, I don't want to even go outside. I could just get on this thing. I'll be a hamster in a wheel for a couple hours. But I'm doing 6 hours. I'm doing like 5-6 hours on the treadmill. But I'm slow and steady, zone 2, zone 1. You know what I'm saying? And when you go outdoors, you feel your lungs stronger.
It's harder.
Man.
It's a lot harder because you have the humidity to deal with in Houston.
And
so
that road ain't smooth like
elevates,
that treadmill. You know, that treadmill is smooth road, you know what I mean? But outdoors,
that already elevates your heart rate. And then if you're in Houston, they say Houston doesn't have hills. Houston does have hills, by the way.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
The hills can spike your heart rate. So it's actually more difficult, to your point, to run outside. But it's good
Styles
for you.
make fights, right? They say, hey, everybody got their own way of doing it, right? But as long as it works for you.
Yeah, for sure.
So let me ask you this. Being an ambassador for Lululemon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to keep it real. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I'm a clown. But listen, let me tell you, being an ambassador for Lululemon. So let me tell you guys how me and Jay connected. True story. So I just finished, I did the 70 miles for Wounded Warriors Project, right? So I'm like, I got to get some more sponsors because, I need sponsors to keep this thing going because this is how I'm making it happen. So I'm going to Lululemon, and somebody, I don't remember exactly who, but somebody told me, Lululemon does a lot of community stuff. What should they do? Shout out to Lululemon, right? And I was like, okay, cool. I went to the one city center location, and I went over there, and I'm looking around, and I need to talk to the manager. So I'm relentless with it. So I'm going to, you the manager? Okay, listen, hey, I'm giving it a whole spiel. I'm Sean Rowe. I run for the Wounded Warriors Project. I just finished a 70-miler, and I want to be, if you guys be interested in being a sponsor, I'm doing a lot for the community. I just made the news twice. I'm
hyping it up.
So they was like, okay, we'll get your information. We'll call you back. I said, man, okay. But when somebody say that, you don't feel like they're but then they really did put the work in. It's just circumstances, right? So the lady really did try for me. So I'm looking up on the wall while I'm waiting. I'm looking up on the wall, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking up on the wall, and I see the big black and white photo on the wall. I see my man Jay, you know what I mean, posing, the tattoos, everything. I said, I got tattoos. So they do deal with the urban /
Absolutely, man.
Athletic, you know what I'm saying? So I saw Jason, I said, man, that's dope. Then I seen your name, but they didn't put your Instagram stuff. So being the person that I am, I'm like, all right, took a picture of you, right? I ain't stalking you, I promise, dog. No weirdo.
About to get up out of here.
You know what I mean? No weirdo. So I go home, I'm going to my phone, I'm like, Jay runs. Boom. True story, I seen his Instagram, like, oh yeah, he putting in work. And I'm like, this is dope. He's an ambassador for Lululemon, and you do a lot for the community. And not only that, man, I'm like, the person I am still like, yo, Jay, you could plug me in with how to be an ambassador. I want to be an ambassador too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I remember the conversation.
I believe though, Jay, I believe that God works in mysterious ways and things work for a reason. I wasn't supposed to be an ambassador for Lululemon, but shout out to them. Great place. I was supposed to meet you. I really believe that was the whole journey for that move.
Absolutely.
Because look where we at.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what was it like being an ambassador?
Man, so I've been doing community events with Lululemon for like 8-9 years.
Oh, God bless you, man. Shout out to Lululemon.
And so like the community events that we do is like I would pace for some of their events. I would host some events with my organization, the Running Label. And so, I've been working with them for a while. So the ambassadorship kind of just like happened organically, right? And so being an ambassador for Lululemon is great. You get to meet a lot of great people. You get to meet a lot of
good
people, network, connect with people. I know ambassadors all over the United States.
That's
so
dope.
like when I'm traveling, I can go and meet up with them and go run and go work out and do things like that. But they gave me an outlet to reach more people. So the running label, my organization.
Yeah, tell them about that too.
Yeah,
Let them
yeah.
know your organization, where to check it out and stuff like that. You know, because sometimes I'll be forgetting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find us on Instagram, the running label. It's actually on my hashtag for my profile, J Runs.
At J Runs. I'm trying to plug you in with it too. At J Runs. Yeah,
but no, so you know, the running label, we do outreach programs. We go to different schools to give like school supplies to Title I schools.
That's
we
what
do
I'm talking
shoe
about.
drives.
Community, bro.
We do basically a lot of things that we do is for the less fortunate communities, right? So, you know, Houston is home. Houston has a lot of homeless. Houston has a lot of schools that can't afford school supplies. So my organization, we do runs that bring the running community together to get school supplies for schools.
See, this is what it's. This is
what it's all about, man. Like
and
we
you're
live
making
here.
a sacrifice as an athlete to bring awareness and raise money and help the community, because it's all about. At the end of the day, it's about community. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I always say like home gotta be right before you could do anything else.
Absolutely.
And this is where we at, right? So we gotta contribute to home. You know.
And one reason why I started this organization was because, you know, the homeless community here in Houston is very, very big. And a lot of people don't know this.
Unfortunately, yep.
39% of homelessness in Houston are veterans.
Oh,
it's crazy,
Jay,
bro.
don't tell me that.
It's crazy. 39%.
Wow.
Now that percentage has gone down, of course, because they're starting to create more programs. But I'm like, man, as a veteran, I'm like,
wow, Jay.
My brothers and sisters out here on the streets, man, like I can do something. If I have the means, I'm able to do something.
God bless you.
So I was like, you know what? Let's start an organization.
Yes.
So that's how that whole organization came out, was because, you know, during December, I would see homeless veterans out in the streets, no shoes, no
Went
covers.
to go serve for us, protect our country, and coming back to nothing. Absolutely.
Man. So that's how it all started, and we just been running ever since. So like every year, no matter what, we always do a back to school event, and we always do a shoe drive in December. And like those are the two biggest events that we do. And Lululemon actually helped, pour gas on the fire to like get more people involved
that's how it works.
See
what I'm saying? Because I'm out here reaching. I'm trying to get down with you too, man. Can I get down? You know what I mean? But it was like it organically happened where you put in the work and you were doing your thing, and they seen what you were doing and they got involved. That's a blessing, man. So let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this, and this is going to be one of our biggest conversation in this right here.
Let's do it.
Nah, it's a joke. So, ultra running and marathon running.
Two different things.
Two different things.
Absolutely.
Before I even get into it, you consider yourself more of a marathon runner or ultra runner? Because you're a fast guy.
Honestly, man, I don't put a category on
you're
myself.
A hybrid? You're more hybrid?
I'm just a runner, man.
You're just a runner.
I'm just a runner.
Great answer. Great answer. So
I don't like to put myself in these categories.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I am not a marathon runner. I'm an ultra runner. I specifically designate myself as an ultra runner.
Yeah.
I respect and love marathon runners. Right? I did a marathon for the MCM. You know, they had that 50th anniversary. Yo, listen, that was a whole nother experience. When Wounded Warriors got me, it was me, and they chose 5 runners in the country. I was one of the 5 to go run for them at the Marine Corps Marathon. So, you know what I'm saying, with all the contribution and the partnership we working with to raise money, they flew me out to D.C., and that was the biggest experience for me as a runner. And, you know, you've been doing it longer than I have. But I was running out there, bro, and we ran past the Pentagon, you know, the White House. I mean, it was just such an experience.
Reflection Pond, Lincoln Memorial, all that.
All that. It was like 20,000 Marines, dog. Yeah. And then the other 10,000 was just civilians, right? And, you know, the Marines guy wasn't playing, and they was just running shirt off. It's like 40 degrees, fam. I got layers on, and they got shirt off right now. I was just like, wow, right? But listen to even what was just the most goosebumps. I'm about to get them again. For me was, you know that, was it the waterfront? It was like the water, I think it's called the waterfront section, and they got all the pictures of all the soldiers that passed away in war.
Yep.
And it's like a 5-mile stretch, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yo, Jay, I got goosebumps again. It was the most, this is what I'm doing this for. It humbles you, because you're seeing pictures of these kids.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20 years
old. That
old.
lost their life going out there to serve and protect us, to be on this podcast, to do the things we do, right? And you're like, yo, at least I know I'm putting in my work for this cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's humbling, Jay.
Humbling,
It was
for sure.
humbling. So back to the ultra runner thing. The reason why I say that MCM was hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
I did it in 5 hours. You know, guys like you doing it 2 and change. You know what I'm saying? I did it in 5 hours. And I'm just like, yo. And I couldn't catch my pace right away because they were faster runners.
Yeah.
See, I'm slow and steady. Yeah. But my gift is I go long. Yeah. So it's like a bear that just keeps do. But, you know, you're like a cheetah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm running with a bunch of cheetahs. Yeah. Like the fast cat, right? And they're just zooming by me. I remember one lady said to Slick, come on, big guy, catch up. I'm like, and she's just flying, right? Different. But it made me, they were doing it for speed, and I respect that. And, you know, to each his own, I learned that marathon is hard, man. When you're trying to hit times and stuff like that, sure. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
When I do my ultras, it's kind of different for me because I have my own pace. I'm slow, man. I'm going like 3 miles an hour. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Environment's different too.
Environment's different. It's not, you know, it's kind of like New York. It's just in Manhattan, everybody's flying. That was like in a marathon. So when I'm doing my ultras, I'm like, okay, I got my own pace. It's a little more quiet environment. Yeah. And really it's a mental for me because now I'm locked in and I'm just going hours.
For sure. What you say at the beginning, it's all mental.
All mental. Yeah. So you being a hybrid runner, but you're just a runner. I get it. You're just a runner. Please tell the viewers basically like, you know, there's no cheat code to this. No. You know what I mean? Like there's no way around it. If you're running an ultra, or if you're running a marathon, you're still running, right? What would you say like to people like, how do you get yourself prepared for any form of this kind of running?
I mean, you said it best, right? So in running, there is no cheating. Absolutely. You can't cheat running. You can shave points off a basketball game. You can shave points off a football game. You can cheat in other races. But for running, you cannot cheat running. Your pace is your pace, wherever you're at. And your endurance is your endurance based off the work that you put in. So you can't cheat it. So if you don't put in work to go run a 3-hour marathon or a 5-hour ultra, you're not going to get there because you cannot cheat running. And that's what I love about it, right? You have to put in the work. You have to be consistent. Like you can't. Now there are times and there are runners that can go out there and raw dog a marathon and go run a sub 3:30. Those are very, very, very 0.0001% of the population that runs.
Right.
But you cannot cheat running. And the thing that I can say is, regardless if it's marathon or ultra marathon, and you got to stay consistent in order to get to that mileage, right? And it's funny that you're talking about marathon and ultra marathon. So I've done both, right? Mm-hmm. And you're right. Marathoning on the concrete roads are way, way harder than an ultra marathon. So I ran ultra Wildflower and Bastrop. I've ran it twice.
I know that one.
50K, right? Mm-hmm. So ran the 50K, did the ultra, woke up the next morning, felt great, and went out and did another 3-mile run. When I ran a marathon, or when I do run marathons on the road, I ain't doing shit for a week.
Period.
I ain't doing nothing.
So let me.
So it's literally different, right? Because you're pounding your body on the pavement, right? But then in an ultra, and I'm talking about trail ultras, right? Because that's where most.
I do ultras on pavement. Yeah. But not to cut you short, because we're running out of time. I want you to say this so people can hear it from you. Words of wisdoms, I call it. You know, I don't believe in giving advice. That's just me. You know, because you're giving advice and then it don't work. They can be like, you gave me that advice. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy to be blamed for that. So words of wisdom, what would you tell anybody, short and sweet, about how to become a runner or how to do running?
I would say stay consistent. Consistency is key.
Jay, thank you so much.
You cannot go far in running without being consistent.
Thank you
so much. And again, you cannot cheat running. You want to run a marathon, you're just not going to wake up one day and just go run a marathon.
Boom. The Sean Rowe Podcast, please like and subscribe. This is brought to you by the Media Network. My man, Jacoby Perkins, in the building. Sir. Thank y'all so much. Love you. God bless you. Level up.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Sean Rowe Podcast. Please remember to like and subscribe.